1942. That was the worst year I think we had in Australia. The war actually came to Australia. The Navy decided they didn't have any women in the Navy, but they'd sort of recruit women. I was very happy to join it. We don't brag about it like that, but yes, we did a big job because we relieved all those men to go to sea, and we took their jobs, and that was a lot. It was about 150 down at Flinders Naval Depots. I used to work in the office at the salaries office. I costed all the feeding of about anything up to 3,000 men. You had your job, it didn't matter what you were, you did your job, and that was it. 1942 was terrible because when the Japanese came in, they blacked Australia out. The lights in the street were, and a lot of women were being attacked all over the place. I didn't worry too much, but until I got attacked on a train. There were no police though, I still had to go home. I think that did affect me, and I was very glad to go in the Navy then. And people used to say to me, how can you stand all that discipline in the Navy? I said, we don't even feel it. I said, we know we're safe. You know where I was at the end of the war? We were up in Martin Place in Sydney. And I was round about midday when they suggested that the war was over. Everybody was going nuts. A lot of people on leave, and it was just unbelievable. They were all very happy indeed. It was all an unbelievable feeling, really. But I'd lost my twin brother, so I'm afraid I broke down about it all, knowing he wouldn't be coming back because I'd lost him in March. And that was, I say, it was the worst thing that ever happened to me. That's memories now, and although life goes on.
I'm an extremely proud former WAF. I served with the Women's Royal Australian Air Force. I went through the selection process and we were joined on the 29th of January 1951, and this was to release the men to go to Korea, and we were to take their positions. I came in as a drill instructor. I was there with the Women's Royal Australian Air Force for 4.5 years. I absolutely loved every minute of it. There was a very strong bond of friendship there, and that bond of friendship remains today. My husband returned from Korea and it was time to marry. Women were not allowed to remain in the services if they were married. So I had to take my discharge. I followed him from base to base with his postings, and the children, of course, from school to school, state to state. It was pretty hard on the children. After my husband died, the Padre came and said, you have to leave this married quarter because you are occupying it and preventing another service person from coming in and living here. Now, we were in Melbourne at the time. We had no family in Victoria. So I had to pack 3 children and the dog into a car and head north to find somewhere to live. I think at age 39, when you're thrown into the deep end, like a mother hen, you gather your children, tuck them under your wings, and you become strong because you need to be strong in order to raise a family on your own.
There's a lot more support today than there was for Shirley back then. And so I think we're getting it better, but we've still got a journey to go. That's what honouring women and families is all about, is remembering the sacrifices of those women from the Second World War forward. And it's amazing, their stories. They never seem to give up. The power of women working together can make a huge difference.
Honouring Women United by Defence Service. It doesn't matter if you're a servicewoman, a mother, a sister, an auntie, a grandmother, makes no difference. And the federal government must give us total support to bring this movement forward. My advice, ladies, is stand up, be a voice. Do not be afraid to open your mouth and ask for help if you need it.